Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Long time no see. It's been quite a while since I took some time to record for the channel, so I apologize. But you know me, I'm always staying in the loop and staying caught up on things that are going on. So those recent comments that we saw from Ben Affleck about coming back to do Batman Never in the Future, and there's been stuff about Superman, actually a clip dropped today that I saw a little while ago. But I did want to give an update on Zack Snyder's upcoming UFC film. Deadline is reporting an update on that, so let's see what little bit of details we have so far. All right, so you might have remembered a while back, I actually shared this on the channel as well, and there were some stories coming out about it, that Zack Snyder was maybe possibly, probably going to do a UFC film, and there are some updates on that. You might have also remembered that Saudi Arabia's, let me make sure I don't screw up his name, Turkey Al-Sheikh was the one who was, you know, posting things about wanting to get, he said some things at the UFC event about wanting to get Zack Snyder to, you know, make a movie and that he's his favorite director. And we saw some posts about Zack going to the UAE and things like that. So the pieces were kind of fitting together that he is going to do this film. And indeed he is. He's partnering with UFC and Turkey Al-Sheikh. So and if you're not familiar with him, he's the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority. And he's also going to be heavily involved with this film. Obviously, he's the one who wanted Zack to do it. And so right now, the movie is being titled Brawler. That's what it's showing in this article. Not 100% sure if that's sticking, but since they're naming it in the article, it probably is the official title. So under the partnership, Zack is going to direct and co-write the screenplay with writers and executive producers Shay Hatton and Kurt Johnstad, who should sound familiar because he's worked with them on lots of previous projects. And there is a log line for the project, and this is what it reads. Rising from the rough streets of Los Angeles, a young fighter gets a shot at a UFC championship, battling his inner demons as he fights for redemption. It's just like a very, you know, basic small little snippet of, not a whole, you know, synopsis of course, or like the whole plot of the movie, but just kind of like a little preview of what maybe we can expect for like the main character. Of course, it's going to be produced under Zack and Deborah's Stone Quarry banner, along with Wesley Collar. He's also a partner in that too. I think it's going to be really cool to see something in like a drama from Zack. Definitely going to be different from what we've seen over the past several years. We've had sci-fi, of course, all of the DC superhero projects, and then, you know, in the past, Zack's 300 and iconic, very, you know, signature style of films that we've seen from Zack over the years. So I think it's going to be cool to see like a, you know, a very grounded drama from him that is not attached to any like, you know, mythical or sci-fi or, you know, lore characters, things like that. Just kind of like this more raw drama that is based on, you know, just a guy who's trying to get into the UFC. So it's going to be very, very different. Alex Sheikh had a comment in the article as well mentioning, you know, kind of Zack and the project. He said, I've been a fan of Zack's work for years. His unique style, from his iconic action sequences to his sweeping visuals and intensely emotional storytelling, coupled with his humanized portrayal of deeply flawed characters, is singular. I couldn't think of a better person to partner with to bring the UFC to the big screen. The Ring magazine, which he's also in charge of, with its 103-year legacy, will support to ensure the project's success. And then Dana White had to say, Turkey Al-Sheikh and Zack Snyder have a shared vision to create a film about UFC. They're both very passionate about this project to show fans what it takes to become a UFC champion. It's an incredibly ambitious project, and I look forward to seeing it come to life. Let's also not forget that Zack is working on another Netflix project under his Stone Quarry banner, the LAPD-based project. So that's also another thing that Zack is working on too. I'm not really sure of like the timeline for both of these. I don't know which one is farther along in the process, which one's supposed to come out first. Not really sure. But the UFC one is going to be a theatrical release. So that may, you know, that may present, you know, a difference in the timeline and how long it takes, or, you know, streaming movies. I mean, Netflix definitely, their original movies that they've come out with over the past several years, a lot of them are cinematic quality or could be in theaters. So that may not play a role, but I still think there might be a, it's probably still a different process as far as how long things may take. I don't really know. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is something to think about since one is going to be for streaming and one's going to be for theaters. And the LAPD one doesn't have a title yet that's been released to the public anyway. So maybe the UFC one is a little bit farther along, or I don't know, maybe that's just what they're releasing so far as updates. This one we have a little bit more information on. There was a little bit of information on the LAPD one that I think I also covered a little bit of what we had so far on the channel back when that was first coming to light. But I don't know. I guess we'll see as we find out more about both of them. So that's what we know so far. I am definitely looking forward to casting announcements for both of these films. I think it's going to be very interesting to see, especially I think for the UFC one though. I think it's going to be really interesting to see who is cast as the lead and of course other, supporting characters. But Zack really has an eye for casting. So I don't doubt that they're both going to be, probably very well-rounded choices for both of the roles. But I think the UFC one might, require a little bit more specific things that they may be looking for as far as a lead role in this one. So we'll continue to stay updated on this and see what else we are able to find out in the near future. But in the meantime, just wanted to share those quick updates. And thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to check out the short section on the channel as well. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.